I got two prize picks plays here, one MLB and one WNBA player prop here for Tuesday, June 20th. It is Taco Tuesday here. We got the Tyler Glasnow prize picks taco. Again, I don't love this taco. I'm going to be playing the over on it, obviously, because of the value. But nonetheless, let's get into it, you guys. Two player props. Again, I'm not a gambling expert, and this is not financial advice. These are simply just plays I'm personally looking at making. Hopefully, give you guys some insight and analysis to then make your own player prop decisions here. Again, no one is pressing submit on those parlays other than yourselves. We got Discord link in the description, main server completely free, Patreon link in there as well, where I post all the plays I'm making on PrizePicks, and then the PrizePicks promo link, 100% deposit match, promo code TUFF. But let's get into you guys. Two plays here. Sorry for getting this video out a little bit later, but let's go. So the first one I like is a pitching outs prop. It's going to be Yusei Kikuchi, less than or under 15.5 pitching outs. So we take a look at Yusei over his last five. He has yet to go over this. They've pretty much been kind of somewhat limiting him to 5 innings of work, and he is getting those full 5 innings here. But taking a look at this matchup here, Toronto versus Miami, this is going to be a road game for Toronto. Miami playing at home, and Miami is playing really well, and they're actually hitting the ball really well. We take a look at outlier for Yusei Kikuchi over his last 20 games. You can see here he's only gone over his last 20 starts. He's literally only gone over this line 5 times. 5 times in his last 20 starts, under in his last 5, and then under in 80% of his last 10 starts here as well. So really only getting a ton of work here against Pittsburgh, and then had 17 pitching outs here against Chicago. But really, you guys, his last 7 a flat 15 in my opinion. Take a look at starting pitchers game log this season versus Miami. I mean, we've seen, three of the last 4 starters have gone under this line versus Miami. But more specifically, we take a look at Miami versus left-handed pitchers at home. Miami has the 6th highest batting average against lefties at home. They also have what is their OPS? 10th highest OPS versus left-handers at home as well. And then WRC plus, Miami sitting at the 10th highest WRC plus at home versus left-handing pitchers. So they've been extremely efficient versus lefties. You can see here Miami also has one of the lower 19th lowest, or I guess the 11th lowest walk percentage versus left-handers as well. But I'm just loving this 6th highest batting average versus lefties at home since May 1st. We take a look at this plate IQ potential lineup here for the Miami Marlins. We got Wnba, the line here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different guys in this lineup with a Wnba of at least 3 here, which is a good matchup for them, especially against a pitcher like Yusei Kikuchi, who isn't really a power pitcher. And then we take a look at Yusei's splits here. He's much worse on the road. 4.87 ERA on the road compared to a 3.56 ERA at home. Also, players are hitting 287 against him on the road as well in 40 innings of work. So it's really been tough for Yusei Kikuchi. We take a look at kind of his game log this season on the road, more specifically. Like he's gone he's gone under this line literally one time this entire season actually now, or actually a little bit more than that. But it's been tough for him on the road, extremely tough for him. I don't see him going past 5 innings in this game. 15.5, in my opinion, just too low. I think if this plays at 15, obviously there is risk because we're looking for that. I don't think we see him pitch more than 5 innings. So I like the under here for Yusei Kikuchi. And then the second play is going to be a WNBA prop. Obviously, it's going to be an assist combo. It's going to be Wnba and Jordan Canada over 9 assist combo. I definitely think this has a chance to bump to 9.5 here. We take a look at this matchup. Obviously, Lexi Brown and Clarendon or Nia Clouden are all out, so it just gives Jordan Canada more work and more playmaking opportunities here in usage for Wnba. So in this matchup, the Minnesota Lynx give up the most assists in the WNBA, 21.5 assists per game, the most assists to opponents in the WNBA. We take a look at outlier again for Jordan Canada assists. She's at minus 114 to go over 5.5 assists, but she's consistently been like having at least 5 assists in pretty much every single game this season. But in head-to-heads versus the Minnesota Lynx, she had 8 assists earlier this season and 5 assists in their most recent game at home. And then same for Wnba. I think she's minus 130 on some book, no, but head-to-head, she's had 3 assists and 7 assists in their most recent game versus Minnesota, but over her last 10 has had pretty decent hit rate as far as getting like 4+ assists, 6, 4, 5, 7, 5. And then taking a look at this matchup, should be a close game, 6-point spread for the Sparks at home. Obviously, teams shoot better at home, which should create more opportunities here for players to convert on those potential assists from Wnba and Jordan Canada. But let's take a look here at some matchups, right? So Los Angeles Sparks, the most recent game versus the Connecticut Sun. Nyeka had 5 assists. Jordan Canada had 6 assists, so that's 11. That cashed. We look at their last game versus the Minnesota Lynx, like I talked about. Nyeka had 7 assists. Jordan Canada had 5, so that cashed at 12. We look at another game here, Dallas Wings versus the Sparks. Nyeka had 2 and Jordan Canada had 6. So this is one of their only misses really over their last like 6 or 7 games. They still finished with 8, which is, goes to show the floor for this play is pretty high. And then in their other game versus the Minnesota Lynx, 8 assists for Canada, 3 assists for Nyeka, so 11. So in the 2 games versus Minnesota Lynx this season, they've had 12 and 11 assists combined. So we get this line at 9, a little bit too low here in my opinion. We take a look at another play here. Nyeka and Canada versus Chicago Sky. Nyeka had 5, Canada had 5 here. And then we look at this other game earlier in the season. Nyeka had 4 and Canada had 7. So they've been consistently hitting this line pretty much all season long, but I really, really like this line because of the playmaking that is out for the Sparks. I mean, Lexi Brown is out. She's a player that gets significant minutes here. She's been playing 33 plus minutes as a guard in this lineup. And then also Clarendon as well. She had been playing consistent minutes before she got hurt. She had been playing, 28, 10, 10, 10, 28. So we look at just the stats. That's 3.7 assists out the lineup per game. And then that is another 2.9 assists out the lineup, right? That's almost 8 assists out of the lineup for tonight's game. And then I don't think Clouden playing that much, 1.8 assists. So we're looking at almost 9 assists that is out of this potential lineup for the Sparks, facing a team that gives up the most assists, you guys, in the WNBA. So here are the 2 plays here for this YouTube video. It's going to be Yusei Kikuchi under 15.5 pitch counts, Nyeka Okpemeke, Jordan Canada combined 9 assists. Let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about these 2 plays here. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and as always, let's cash.